Hi, I'm Jen.
And I'm Thomas.
And we're the Newmans. This is our first time ever doing something like this, but we just wanted to document our journey so far as a married couple and back through all of the stages of our relationship. But we just wanted to document, especially now because we're going through infertility, and we found it really helpful to watch other videos and relate with other couples going through it. So I think one more person out there sharing their story can help someone else, and that's our hope with all of this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, we probably follow like 2 or 3, maybe even more people. Well, you definitely follow more. I follow probably like 2 or 3 people that have gone through similar situations to us, so kind of helped open our eyes on some of the things that, to look out for, or processes that people go through to get answers in like tough times as far as infertility goes. So yeah, we just wanted to kind of create a YouTube and see how it goes and make our first video. And I think we want to give like maybe just a little bit of a background of who we are and how we met, and maybe go from there.
Yeah. So on December 11th, 2018.
How do you know the date?
I know every date. My best friend Olivia came to town to visit me, and I was single. She was single. She was finishing her last year of college. We met in college in Pennsylvania, and then I moved to Florida by myself. And she came to visit me on her Christmas break, and we went out on the town as, young girls do. And we went to this bar, and we met Thomas and his best friend Shane. They were playing this game, and I really wanted to try. And so I asked them if I could try, and then we got each other's numbers and then hit it off and spent a lot of time together that night, and then just have never stopped hanging out since. So
yeah, I guess so how long have you lived in Florida?
6 months.
6 months. So she's actually originally from Pennsylvania. She had just moved here for 6 months, and I grew up here my whole life. So I actually wasn't even going to go out that night, but my friend was like begging me, and I was like, okay. And then I'm glad I did, because we would have never met if we didn't. But yeah, so where do we go from here?
And then, so then a month later, we were going on dates and everything, and then he asked me to be his girlfriend, and we dated for 3 years, and then he asked me to propose. So every year on our anniversary...
No, I proposed.
What?
You said I asked you to propose.
Oh,
I proposed. It's okay. It's fine.
He proposed to me. Every anniversary that we had, we spent in St. Augustine, and on our 3rd anniversary, we always got a picture by this fountain. And on our anniversary, he proposed to me there, and it was really special and sweet. And then we were engaged for a year and 3 months, I think. And then we got married April of 2022. So
yeah, a little bit of background. I guess I come from, I'm one of 8 siblings, so I have a really big family, a lot of nieces and nephews. As far as I can remember growing up, I've always been around kids. Everyone's always like, you're so good with kids. Even when I was like 14, I was babysitting, and people would always be amazed how good I was with kids. So I was really excited at to get married and to start trying to have a kid of our own. You come from a little bit of a smaller family, huh?
Yeah, I have one sister and a half brother, but I've always wanted kids. I worked at church camps throughout my teens. I worked in a daycare for 2 years throughout college, and always babysat. And I have loved kids ever since I could remember. So even year 1, Thomas and I, of dating, we've had a baby list of names since.
Oh my gosh!
Before we
literally we could have like 63 kids right now, and we already have names, like 30 names for boys, 30 names for girls, easily, and they're all good names that we've picked. Yeah. Actually, we've been talking about names so long, like I forgot about some of the original ones, and when she brings them up every once in a while, I'm like, that is a good name, But yeah, I don't know. We just kind of wanted to create a YouTube channel to document like our process and our progress with all these different things, because there's a lot of steps, and we're going to get into a lot of detail with all of them. We figured we'd start this as kind of like our intro video,
then we want to share like our wedding video, we
have a wedding video.
It was really cool.
So as of right now, we've only been married for about a year and a half. We got married last April, and it's mid-August right now. So we're still considered newlyweds.
I think we'll forever be newlyweds. We're really excited to be married together. So I don't think that stage will ever end for us. But yeah, it's been really challenging to go through infertility. I could never go through it without him. But it's really amazing what infertility can do for a couple, and it really has brought us closer than I could have ever imagined. But also there's that part where no one ever tells you, like, hey, like, when you get married, like, this is something that can happen. What usually it's whenever you get married, it's like, woohoo, like, it's the start of your family and everything along those lines. But they never really warn you that infertility can be something that people even our age suffer with. So
right.
You just never know. And I think just even bringing awareness to that could really help someone mentally while they're trying and trying for months on months on months. It's like, okay, like something else might actually be wrong, and it's really good to get into a doctor and just make sure everything's okay. Like, we're going to give our tips and tricks on just even going to the doctor and like having the courage to call and be like, hey, we think something's wrong.
Yeah, and this is still like a whole process that we're still going through with. We're not on the end of anything yet. We kind of have a plan set in place, which you guys will hear about eventually. And yeah, we just kind of want to let you know, like, catch you up to pretty much where we are at this point over the course of like maybe several shorter videos. And then once we're finally caught up, we're pretty much just going to be documenting like live action, what's going on a daily basis. It's not going to be all the steps that we've done in the past, but I think we have both become pretty much professionals as far as our situation goes. And there's a lot of people out there in current situations, because I follow a lot of infertility Reddits and different forums, and people are always asking questions, whether it's how much this costs, or what's my options in this situation, or these are my results. What options do I have moving forward? And I would have never known that we'd be so educated. And I'm not saying we're the most educated out of everyone, but just as far as your average couple go, I feel like we're extremely educated on this whole infertility subject. And
it can really help other people, because I think sometimes, at least for me, like, he knows I'm a person where I'd rather go to someone and ask advice than research myself. So whenever I've been following these other YouTube couples and TikTok couples, like, I love listening to their advice on how they tried. And so I think it's just nice, like, putting a face to the name, and like, and then even like commenting below and like us responding to your comments. Like, so many people have responded to our comments on what we should do, and it's the community aspect where it's like we want to be here for other couples going through it too.
But also, yeah, along the way you're gonna get our real personalities too, because I don't know, I feel like we've been together for so long. There's so much funny quirks and stuff. Like, just right there when she said, I'm gonna go to someone else, or she's like, I go to someone else to ask questions, and I'm like, I don't go to anyone. I'm like a strict, like, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna get like 3 or 4 sources and know for sure. Mm-hmm. But she's the type of person that if she doesn't know something, she'll maybe,
I'll give my mom a call.
Yeah, she'll give her mom a call or something, and I'm like, if I don't know something, I'm gonna go find the hardcore facts. So I don't know. So just her bringing that up made me think of that little funny story right there. So you're gonna learn a little bit about our personalities, whether you want to or not. I mean, we'll have a lot of mostly infertility information and stuff in here, but
then hopefully, like, we can document like our children, and say if we go through IVF, if we adopt, if we do other procedures. Like, I think it'll just be really special to look back on one day and see, like, because I mean, it's very emotional, so we're going to share the emotional side of it and like what we've gone through emotionally. And I think it'll just be really cool one day to look back and be like, wow, like, we were so strong, like, we really made it through that together. Like, we can make it through anything together. So
yeah, and we're going to be like an open book too. Like, if you have legitimate questions, I mean, this is just our first video. Who knows if we're ever even going to get a single viewer, but even if we only get a single viewer, but they learn something, then, then hey, it's what is there to lose, right? We're looking at this as kind of like something that we're going to get into, like a hobby, sharing our story and sharing our information. And I don't know, we're kind of going to be in it for the long run, whether people are there or not. And hopefully at some point we can help some people out, I think.
Even just helping one couple, like, would bring me so much joy. Just even helping someone feel less alone. Like, even if their situation isn't as extreme as ours and they're just suffering with getting pregnant, like, I know how that feels, and taking all those tests, and it's just such a draining but exciting experience and all the feelings. So yeah, we're just excited to connect with other people and really just share our story with it, and look back on it one day. So yeah, our next video will be our wedding video. We want to share that, and that was truly like the best day of our lives.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
We had a small wedding, and we're going to go into detail about that. But yeah, and then our other videos to come will definitely talk about our infertility journey and what we're doing right now to hopefully have a baby soon.
Yeah,
so.
There is a lot of information that we're going to cover. Like